Beloved soul, welcome. I'm so glad you're here right now. Take a breath and let your heart open for a moment. This message didn't find you by accident. You were guided here for a reason. There's something you need to hear today. A divine confirmation about love, about choice, about truth. Angels have been working quietly behind the scenes of your life, preparing you for a moment that is closer than you think. A moment that will change everything. But first, I want you to pause, ground yourself in peace, and type in the comments below, "I receive." When you write those words, you're not just engaging, you're declaring to heaven that you are open, that you are ready to hear what has been hidden from you for so long. You see, sometimes God reveals things in layers. He doesn't show you everything at once because your heart needs time to understand. And right now, there are two souls connected to you in ways you may not even fully realize. Both carry affection for you. Both think of you more often than you know. But one of them has a secret that heaven wants you to discern before you give them your full heart. This message is not here to stir fear, but to bring clarity. Because clarity is the beginning of peace. Proverbs 3:5 reminds us, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding." That means even when you can't see the full picture, even when love feels confusing, you can rest knowing that God has already gone ahead of you. He's seen what's hidden. He knows what's coming. He knows which heart is truly for you and which one is still struggling to be healed. Someone has been thinking about you late at night. They replay conversations in their mind, wondering what your laughter meant, wondering if the warmth in your voice was a sign from God. Their spirit feels drawn to you, but they haven't said everything. They carry feelings they can't fully express, and part of that is because they're afraid of how deep this connection really is. It's not casual. It's not fleeting. It's soul deep. They've prayed about you. They've asked God for guidance, and heaven heard them. But at the same time, there's another soul, someone who may have already been in your life, or perhaps someone who left and now wishes to return. This person loves you too, in their own way, but their love is more complicated. They've said things they didn't mean. They've hidden parts of their truth. There's something they haven't told you, something that would change how you see them if it came to light. That's why God is warning you now, gently, not to rush. The truth always reveals itself in time. Isaiah 43:19 says, "See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland." The new thing God is doing in your life might not look familiar. It might come in a form you don't expect, maybe through someone younger, maybe through someone whose background is completely different from yours, someone whose energy feels refreshing and alive, whose soul carries kindness without condition. Don't overlook what God sends because it doesn't look like what you imagined. Your angels want you to understand that your energy has shifted lately. You've grown in awareness. You no longer chase love, you attract it. You no longer beg to be seen. You shine so brightly that those meant for you are drawn in naturally. There's a reason you've been feeling restless. You can sense movement in the spiritual realm, doors opening, paths aligning, messages appearing in dreams or repeating numbers. None of that is coincidence. It's confirmation. One of the souls connected to you has been receiving signs about you too. They might see your name unexpectedly, hear your favorite song, or notice reminders that pull their thoughts toward you. They feel the tug. They just don't fully understand yet what to do about it. So they wait, they hesitate. But the pull keeps getting stronger, and soon it will push them to take action. Romans 8:28 tells us, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose." That means even in confusion, God is weaving things together. Every person you've met, every lesson you've endured, every heartbreak you've survived, it's all been preparing you for this moment. You are not the same person you were a year ago. or even a few months ago. You are wiser, softer, stronger. And that spiritual maturity is what will help you see the truth when both of these souls appear before you. There's a reason one of them feels familiar and the other feels intriguing. One represents comfort, the known, the history you've shared. The other represents faith, growth, and new beginnings. Your angels are saying that soon, both will find their way into your energy field again. One will come with words. The other will come with actions. One will speak of love, but the other will show it. Watch carefully which one matches their energy with consistency. Matthew 7:16 says, "You will know them by their fruits." That verse doesn't only apply to faith, it applies to love. People can say many things, but their actions reveal their heart. The person who truly loves you will not make you question their intentions. They will not confuse you. They will bring peace. They will make you feel seen, safe, and respected. The other may flatter you, may remind you of your past connection, may even promise change, but your spirit will know the difference between an echo of the past and the voice of destiny. If you've been feeling torn lately or uncertain about how to move forward, take this as confirmation that you don't need to decide right away. God is still revealing what's hidden. Sometimes He delays a revelation because He wants your peace to grow first. When your heart is calm, you'll see the truth clearly, not through emotion, but through discernment. Your angels say that one of these souls, the one whose intentions are pure, has been quietly preparing their life to include you. They are organizing things, saving, working harder, healing habits, changing their environment, all because they sense that someone special is coming. They don't even realize that the someone is you, but their heart is aligning with yours energetically. You've both been healing in parallel. What they feel, you've been feeling too, even from a distance. That's why lately you've been experiencing sudden waves of emotion for no reason. One moment you feel calm, and the next your heart feels heavy or full or nostalgic. You may wake up in the middle of the night thinking of someone unexpectedly. That's energetic communication. Your spirits are speaking to each other before your mouths do. 1 Corinthians 13:4-7 says, "Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres." This is the kind of love God wants for you. A love that doesn't manipulate, doesn't compete, doesn't demand perfection. A love that feels gentle, patient, trusting. That's the love heaven is leading you toward. The person who hides a secret, though, is someone God is trying to expose in divine timing. Not because He wants to punish them, but because He wants to protect you. This secret may be emotional. Perhaps they are still entangled in something they haven't released, or they're carrying guilt for something from their past. You might sense that their energy feels distant or inconsistent. That's not in your imagination. Your discernment is working. And soon, the truth will come to light. When it does, don't let it harden you. Let it free you. Your angels want to remind you, not every revelation is a loss. Some are redirections. When God removes something, it's because He's making room for something better. Isaiah 61:3 says that God will give you beauty for ashes, joy for mourning, and praise for despair. That means whatever breaks your heart now is planting the soil for greater joy later. Someone younger, maybe younger in age, or perhaps younger in spirit, lighter, freer, will step forward soon with sincerity. They will not try to impress you with grand gestures. They will simply be real. They will bring laughter into your life again. They will make you feel young, even if you've forgotten what that feels like. They will speak to you with respect, with admiration, and with peace. This connection won't feel forced. It will feel guided. You'll sense God's hand in it. Take a moment to breathe that in. You deserve this kind of love. You deserve a love that prays for you, not one that plays with you. You deserve a love that holds your hand in faith, not one that leaves you questioning your worth. You deserve the kind of love that feels like home, not because it's perfect, but because it's honest. Now I want you to type another phrase in the comments, a declaration to heaven and a reflection of your readiness. My heart is open to divine love. Let it be a prayer, a promise, a moment of surrender. Every time you speak those words, you align yourself with what's meant for you. And as you do, don't forget to like this video if it resonates with your spirit, not as a habit, but as an act of agreement. When you click like, you're symbolically saying yes to the energy of faith, truth, and clarity. You may not realize it yet, but your presence has been creating ripples in the lives of others. Without even trying, your light has been awakening people's awareness of love, kindness, and genuine connection. That is what's happening with these two souls who are drawn to you now. One of them admires you from afar, quietly watching the way you move through the world, the way you speak with grace, and the way you carry yourself despite everything you've been through. They've seen the strength behind your softness, and it's captivated them. You stand out to them not because of appearance or status, but because your spirit radiates peace. You remind them that love can still be pure. The other person, however, has a different energy. They have history with you, or they've tried to get close before, but couldn't meet you on a soul level. They're drawn to you because your energy feels like redemption. You represent the love they couldn't give before, the chance they missed. But they still carry something they haven't healed. And that hidden wound is what the angels are warning you about. You can't fix someone who is still pretending they don't need healing. The younger soul, the one with fresher energy, is someone who approaches you with humility. They don't want to impress you by pretending to be perfect. They simply want to know you, the real you. They feel like a breeze of honesty after years of confusion. Their spirit isn't heavy, and when you talk to them, you feel lighter too. You may not even realize at first that this connection is romantic, because it begins with friendship, laughter, and peace. But over time, your hearts will recognize each other. The one with the secret will try to hide behind charm or nostalgia. They may bring up old memories, hoping to stir emotion in you, but what they don't realize is that you've evolved. The version of you they once knew no longer exists. You are operating at a higher level of spiritual awareness now. You can feel energy. You can sense dishonesty. You can see beyond words. God has sharpened your discernment. That's why the angels are saying, don't let your emotions decide this time. Let your spirit decide. Proverbs 4:23 says, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. This means that before you let anyone close, make sure their intentions align with the peace God has placed inside you. When someone is truly meant for you, you won't feel anxious. You won't have to chase them. You won't have to convince them to stay. They will want to stay because peace draws peace. Love that's rooted in God will feel calm, consistent, and sure. This is exactly what's about to unfold for you. The angels are saying that one of these souls has already begun planning how to approach you. They're talking about you with someone they trust. They might have said things like, I don't know what it is about them, but something tells me they're the one. Or, I feel like I've known them forever. This person's friend might even be the one giving them courage to come forward. They've been observing you for a while, trying to understand if you're single, if you're open, if you feel the same. Meanwhile, the other soul, the one with the secret, is struggling internally. They sense they're losing their chance, and that's because they've been living in half-truths. The angels say their heart is conflicted. They want to hold on to you, but they also know they're not ready to give the kind of love you deserve. That's why there's been distance, inconsistency, or emotional confusion. That's not rejection, it's protection. God is not letting that situation move forward because it would only delay your blessing. Isaiah 30:21 says, whether you turn to the right or to the left, Your ears will hear a voice behind you saying, "This is the way. Walk in it." You're not being left to guess which way to go. You will know soon. God will show you. It might be through a dream, a random conversation, or a sudden inner knowing. You'll just feel it, that calm certainty that says, "This is right." Your soulmate's friend, the one who knows how deeply your person feels, is actually part of the divine plan. They are going to play a small but meaningful role in bringing this connection together. You might not even meet this friend right away, but they are speaking positively about you, encouraging your soulmate to take that leap of faith. This person sees how much love your soulmate carries for you, even if that love has not yet been confessed. They know this connection is not ordinary. They sense that something sacred is unfolding. In the coming days, you might notice synchronicities, small signs that confirm your heart's intuitions. Maybe you'll hear their name unexpectedly, or you'll dream about them more vividly than before. You might feel their emotions even when you're apart. These are all confirmations that your spirits are aligning. Ecclesiastes 3:1 says, "To everything there is a season, and a time for every purpose under heaven." You are entering your season of emotional clarity. This season will reveal not only who loves you, but who loves you rightly. And this time, you won't have to question if it's real. You'll know because of the peace it brings. The younger soul represents newness, a love that's full of curiosity, trust, and faith. They admire your wisdom and strength. They see you as someone who has weathered storms but still believes in sunshine. They love your maturity. They want to learn from you, grow with you, and pour joy into your life. They will approach you not as someone who needs to fix you, but as someone who wants to build with you. Meanwhile, the other person might come forward, but their energy will feel heavier. They'll speak of regrets, of second chances, of how they've changed. And while that may sound appealing, the angels urge you to listen to the vibration beneath the words. Does their presence bring you calm or tension? Do you feel expansion or restriction? Love from God always expands your heart. Fear and confusion are never from Him. When you notice these energies, ask God for wisdom. James 1:5 says, "If any of you lacks wisdom, you should ask God, who gives generously to all without finding fault, and it will be given to you." Pray before deciding. The answer will come not through overthinking, but through peace. There's something beautiful about how God is orchestrating this. You don't need to chase, convince, or control the outcome. You just need to stay aligned. The right one will recognize you, not by your appearance, but by your energy. Your spirit will feel familiar to theirs, like coming home after being away for a long time. That's why they'll approach you with intention, not impulse. They will want something lasting, not fleeting. The angels say that when you meet, the timing will be divine. You may cross paths in a place you wouldn't expect, perhaps through work, travel, community, or even an errand that seems ordinary. But the moment you meet eyes, something inside you will shift. Time will slow. The air will feel different. And for the first time in a while, your heart will feel safe again. That's how you'll know. Psalm 37:4 reminds us, "Delight yourself in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart." Your love story is not separate from your spiritual path. God cares about who you love because He knows how love shapes your destiny. The right person won't just make you happy. They'll make you more aligned with your purpose. They'll remind you of your worth, your mission, your dreams. They'll speak life into your spirit when the world feels heavy. Take a moment now to imagine this. A relationship where you don't have to hide your sensitivity, where your emotions are safe, where communication flows naturally. Imagine a love where both of you pray together, laugh together, grow together. That's what heaven is preparing for you. But it requires trust that what's meant for you will never pass you by. Even now, the one meant for you is feeling the same magnetic pull. They might not understand why they suddenly feel more emotional, or why their thoughts keep drifting back to you. but it's because the spiritual connection between you is strengthening. Every time you pray for your future, your energy sends out a signal. And they feel it too. You've been through seasons where love felt confusing, where you gave too much, loved too deeply, and received too little. But that was never wasted. Every heartbreak refined your heart, taught you patience, and showed you the difference between attachment and divine connection. You no longer crave attention. You crave alignment. And that's why the angels say your next relationship will be different, because you are different. God has rebuilt you quietly. He has restored your confidence, renewed your peace, and recentered your focus. The right person will be drawn to that light, not because they want to take it, but because they want to protect it. You will notice this in how they move, with intention, with respect, and with genuine care. When this love arrives, it won't need explanation. It will just feel right. You'll look back and realize that every delay was divine. Every no was a redirection. Every tear was watering the soil for what's about to bloom. So take this moment and declare aloud in the comments, "Blessed and ready." Write it boldly. Not because you're waiting, but because you are already aligned. You are already chosen. You are already loved. Now, before we continue into the next part, where we'll reveal the secret the other soul has been hiding, what your angels want you to know about the coming days, and how to stay grounded as this connection begins to unfold, take one small step of faith. Like this video if it resonates with you. Not as routine, but as a declaration of readiness. When you like and engage, you're telling heaven, "I'm open to divine timing." You've probably been sensing something lately. Maybe it's a restlessness in your heart, a quiet stirring that you can't quite explain. Perhaps you've been thinking about someone more than usual, feeling their presence in your spirit even when they're far away. That's not your imagination. Your angels are showing you glimpses of what's unfolding behind the veil. You are connected to someone right now on a deep spiritual level, so deep that your thoughts and emotions intertwine across distance. When you feel sudden waves of warmth or unexpected peace, it's because your soulmate is thinking of you too. The energy between you is real, living, and growing stronger each day. But there's also another connection that still lingers. Someone from your past, or someone who tried to come close but never could, is still spiritually tethered to you. Their energy hasn't fully released you yet. It's not because you did anything wrong. It's because they can't let go of what you represent. You were light to them in a dark season, and even though they didn't honor that gift at the time, they remember it now. They've told a friend or a confidant everything about you. How you made them feel safe, how you were different from anyone else, how your kindness stayed even after pain. This person's friend might even be advising them to come back too. Make things right, but God is whispering to you, not every door needs to be reopened. You've grown beyond the version of yourself that tolerated uncertainty. You've stepped into clarity, and with clarity comes strength. Sometimes people test your heart not because they want to hurt you, but because they don't believe purity still exists. You proved them wrong simply by being yourself. Your compassion revealed their own shadows, and that scared them. They realized how much light you carry, and it reminded them of how much healing they still need. That's why this person's energy feels inconsistent. They're wrestling with guilt and admiration at the same time. They love you, but they also fear the mirror you hold up to their soul. Yet the other connection, the one who feels newer, lighter, sincere, is approaching from a completely different place. They aren't weighed down by the past. They see you with fresh eyes. They feel your presence as an answered prayer, not as a test of their worth. This is the soul who has been quietly aligning their life for something stable, something sacred, something real. They may not even know exactly why they're preparing, why they're suddenly cleaning their space, changing habits, working harder, or getting closer to God. But their spirit knows. They are being readied to meet you. Your angels are saying that the timing is no longer distant. Things are moving now. In fact, one of the reasons you felt such emotional intensity recently is because this connection is approaching physical manifestation. The veil between the spiritual and natural realms is thin right now, and divine meetings are being orchestrated daily. What's meant for you cannot be blocked anymore. The delay served its purpose. It allowed you to heal so you could recognize what's true. John 13:7 reminds us, "You do not realize now what I am doing, but later you will understand." God has been weaving this story in the unseen for a long time. Every disappointment, every heartbreak, every unanswered prayer was actually preparation. You had to learn discernment. You had to learn that love without peace is not love from God. Now, as this new chapter opens, your angels are saying you will finally understand why you had to wait. The person from your past, the one who carries the secret, is dealing with regret. Their secret may not be betrayal. It could simply be the truth of how deeply they still care, how they never stopped thinking of you, how they realized too late what you were to them. But here's the thing, God is asking you to forgive, but not to return. Forgiveness releases you, not them. You can let go without bitterness. You can wish them healing and still walk away. Because forgiveness doesn't always mean reunion. Sometimes it means freedom. You will know the right one because their presence won't feel like confusion. The one God has chosen will not play guessing games with your heart. They won't vanish and reappear. They won't make you question your value. They will come into your life with consistency, not chaos. You won't have to chase. You'll simply align. Their words and actions will match. Their intentions will be transparent. And most importantly, their love will draw you closer to God, not away from Him. Matthew 6:33 says, "Seek first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you." When both of you are seeking God, you will find each other in His timing. That's the beauty of divine alignment. You don't have to force anything. You just have to stay faithful. Your angels are showing me that this new soul sees life differently than those before. They may be younger in age or spirit, but their wisdom surprises you. They have a simple, joyful way of expressing love that disarms you. You'll find yourself smiling more, laughing at small things again. You'll feel at ease in their presence, as if you can finally exhale. This connection will awaken something inside you that had fallen asleep, your ability to trust again. When this person enters your life, you'll notice how God's peace surrounds you. It's not dramatic, it's not rushed, it's steady. Psalm 46:10 says, "Be still and know that I am God." Stillness is how you'll know it's Him. When love is divine, it does not come to disturb your peace. It comes to expand it. The angels also want you to know that this next love will feel effortless because you've already done the hard work internally. You no longer need to prove your worth or explain your heart. You've healed the wounds that once made you question whether you were enough. And because of that, the love coming your way will not feel like a lesson. It will feel like a blessing. You will no longer be someone's almost. You will be someone's answer. Sometimes God hides people from us until the timing is right. You might have even crossed paths with this person briefly before, maybe at an event, online, or through mutual friends, but neither of you was ready. Now the readiness is mutual. The lessons have been learned, the prayers have been said, and heaven is aligning your timelines. You'll begin to sense it in the little things. The weather will feel softer, colors brighter. You'll find yourself smiling for no reason. Music will start to feel more meaningful. All these are signs that your spirit is entering a state of readiness for divine union. And just as you feel it, they will too. God works in symmetry. When He stirs your heart, He stirs theirs as well. But remember, the enemy loves to bring distractions right before the blessing. That's why the person with the secret might suddenly reappear around this time. They'll reach out, test the waters, remind you of old emotions. They may even speak the words you've longed to hear. But listen closely, your spirit will feel off. You'll feel nostalgia, but not peace. Excitement, but not security. Don't confuse longing with love. Sometimes the devil sends a counterfeit right before God sends the real thing. Proverbs 10:22 says, "The blessing of the Lord brings wealth, and he adds no sorrow with it." True blessings do not come with confusion, anxiety, or doubt. They come with assurance and peace. When love is sent by God, it feels light. It feels freeing. It feels like home. So, as the days unfold, stay anchored in prayer. Speak life over your love story. Thank God in advance for what's coming. Gratitude accelerates manifestation. The angels want you to prepare emotionally and spiritually for this connection, not by trying to predict it, but by becoming the kind of person who can sustain it. Keep your faith active, your heart open, and your standards high. Your soulmate's friend, the one who knows everything, is about to play an important role. They've been listening to your soulmate talk about you for a while now. They know how deeply your person feels. They know this connection is serious. And they are the one encouraging your soulmate to take a step, to confess, to stop overthinking and move toward you. They see your soulmate's hesitation and remind them that love like this doesn't come twice. So when your soulmate finally reaches out, understand that courage has been building in them for a long time. Their approach will be humble, maybe even nervous, but genuine. They will speak from the heart, not from pride. They'll want to know how you've been, how life has treated you, and whether your heart is open. You won't have to question if it's real. You'll feel it. You'll see the sincerity in their eyes, the steadiness in their tone. Love will not hide anymore. Take this as confirmation that the season of waiting is ending. You've been patient, you've prayed, you've healed, and now the reward is near. Trust that the right one will choose you with clarity, not confusion. They won't need to be convinced. They'll already know. Right now, I want you to take a deep breath, close your eyes for a moment, and feel gratitude rising from within. Whisper softly, "I am ready for divine love." Say it again until your soul believes it. You've earned this peace. You've earned this joy. The pain you endured was not wasted. It was preparation. Every tear was watering the seeds of a love that lasts. And when it comes, you'll realize why you had to wait so long. It will make sense then. Because it won't just be about love, it will be about purpose. You and this person will bring light to others together. Your union will inspire faith. It will prove that God restores what life once broke. You might not see it yet, but the angels have been preparing this divine moment for you for a very long time. In the background of your daily life, God has been aligning hearts, healing wounds, and removing distractions so that when this connection finally arrives, it won't feel like chaos. It will feel like peace. The one who has been praying for you, perhaps in quiet moments they don't even understand, is beginning to feel a pull stronger than logic. Their heart knows something is about to shift. They can feel your presence without explanation, like the echo of a familiar song. That's what happens when two souls are divinely connected. They start to awaken to each other before they meet in the physical. Your angels say that in the coming days, signs will increase. You'll notice coincidences that aren't coincidences at all. A specific number pattern, a name appearing more often, moments of deep peace when you think of love rather than fear. These are confirmations that heaven is near. The energy between you and this person is no longer waiting for permission. It's already in motion. The divine plan is unfolding quietly, beautifully, in ways you can't yet measure. The one who truly loves you, the one meant for you, has reached a point of surrender. They've tried to distract themselves with work, with responsibilities, with logic, but their heart keeps circling back to you. They've told their friend about the feelings they can't shake, about the memories that keep replaying. Their friend listens, smiles, and says, "You need to stop running and tell them how you feel." But still, fear lingers. Not fear of rejection, but fear of how real this feels. Your soul has touched theirs on such a deep level that it has awakened emotions they didn't know they could feel again. Meanwhile, you've been sensing it in subtle ways. The air feels heavier when you think of them. You dream of conversations that haven't happened yet. You might even feel a shift in your heart, like you're preparing for something, though you can't explain why. That's because your spirit knows before your mind does. God often whispers to the heart long before he reveals to the eyes. Romans 8:18 says, "The pain that you have been feeling can't compare to the joy that's coming." You've been through long nights, through loneliness, through waiting and wondering if love was still meant for you. You've given your heart to people who couldn't meet you on your level. You've poured from an empty cup and kept your faith alive even when others took advantage of your kindness. But that was not wasted. Heaven saw it all. Every tear you cried in silence became a seed planted in divine soil. And now the harvest is near. When this person enters your life fully, not halfway, not inconsistently, but with truth, you will feel it instantly. It will be as if time stops for a moment. Everything around you will fade, and something deep inside you will whisper, "This is it." There won't be fireworks or drama, just a holy stillness that tells you this connection is ordained. You will feel seen, not because of what you show, but because of what they recognize. They will see your soul. You won't have to chase validation anymore. You won't have to guess their intentions. Their actions will speak clearly. They'll make effort without excuses. They'll listen to you deeply, remembering small details, respecting your boundaries, and nurturing your peace. Their energy will feel safe, familiar yet new, gentle yet powerful. That's how God's love moves through people. It feels like home and purpose at the same time. The angels say this person has been preparing their heart, even without realizing it. They've been learning lessons that mirror your own. Where you had to learn patience, they had to learn courage. Where you learned forgiveness, they learned accountability. Where you learned to trust God again, they learned to surrender control. And now, you are both reaching the same frequency of readiness. There is something pure about this younger soul, perhaps not in age, but in spirit. They see love as a partnership of faith, not a transaction of need. They believe in growth. They value honesty. And when they look at you, they don't see what the world sees. They see someone divinely chosen. They feel a calling when they think of you, an urge to protect, to nurture, to honor, to cherish. They don't want to take from you. They want to build with you. At the same time, there's still the other energy, watching from the shadows, remembering what they lost. They might reach out soon. They may send a message or appear in some unexpected way. But when they do, notice how you feel. If your stomach tightens or your peace fades, that's your confirmation. God doesn't need you to entertain old cycles. What's behind you is necessary for growth, but it's not meant for permanence. The door isn't locked. It's simply closed. Philippians 4:7 says, "And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." Peace will always be your sign. If it brings peace, it's from God. If it brings confusion, it's not. Love should not feel like guessing. It should feel like gratitude. And when this new love arrives, gratitude is exactly what you will feel. A quiet thankfulness that God kept you from settling for less. You've been patient, even when it hurt. You've trusted God when nothing made sense. And now heaven is ready to honor that faith. The person coming toward you is not just a companion. They are part of your destiny. Together, you will bring light to others. You will encourage others to believe in divine timing, in second chances, in the kind of love that only God can author. The angels want you to know this love will be equal. No more imbalance. No more one-sided effort. You both will give and you both will receive. You will pray together, laugh together, dream together, and heal together. This is not the kind of relationship that drains you. It's the kind that fills you. It will feel like a reflection of God's promise. Isaiah 60:22 says, "When the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen." And the time is near. You are not waiting anymore. You are transitioning. You are stepping from promise into manifestation. Everything you've prayed for in secret is being prepared in plain sight. It's closer than you think, and the confirmation will come unexpectedly. Perhaps through a random encounter, a sudden message, or a divine coincidence that makes you pause and smile, because you'll know only God could orchestrate something that precise. In that moment. Don't doubt it. Don't question whether you deserve it. Don't let fear tell you that good things don't last. This one will. This one is built on prayer, not pressure. It's rooted in peace, not performance. And as this unfolds, you'll find yourself thanking God for every heartbreak that led you here. You'll understand why some people had to leave. They were not meant to stand in the presence of what's coming next. This person, this soulmate with a younger and freer spirit, is already imagining a future with you. They don't see you as an option. They see you as home. They are dreaming about what life could look like together, not in fantasy, but in faith. And soon, you'll see it reflected in their actions. They'll move with intention. They'll take steps to show you that this connection is sacred to them. You won't have to guess if it's real. You'll feel it in your bones. So, right now, wherever you are, take a moment and thank God quietly. Whisper, "Lord, I trust you with my heart." Because that is where your next miracle begins, in surrender. The more you trust, the more peace you'll feel. And the more peace you feel, the more aligned you become with what heaven is releasing. You are being guided into a new chapter of love, not one that repeats the pain of the past, but one that redeems it. You're about to experience what it feels like to be loved without condition. Someone is ready to see you fully, and they will not run. They will not play games. They will stay. That's what divine love does. It stays, it grows, it endures. 1 Corinthians 2:9 reminds us, "No eye has seen, no ear has heard, no mind has imagined what God has prepared for those who love Him." What's coming is bigger than what you prayed for. It's not just love, it's alignment, it's restoration, it's purpose. And when it arrives, you will know that God did not forget you. He was simply perfecting the timing. So now, breathe deeply. Let the tension go. Feel peace rise within you. You don't have to strive anymore. You don't have to chase. You don't have to wonder. Your heart is safe in God's hands, and your love story is already written in heaven's book. All you have to do is stay in faith. If this message spoke to you today, if something inside your soul resonated, then write it now in the comments below as a declaration of faith. Blessed and ready. Write it boldly. Write it with love and let heaven see your agreement. And before you go, take one small act of faith, like this video, so it can reach others who are waiting for the same divine confirmation. Share this message with your friends and family so that they too can remember God's timing is always perfect. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to the Lord's reminder and click the notification bell so that every time a new message is released, it reaches you exactly when your spirit needs it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for believing. You are loved, you are seen, and your story is unfolding in perfect divine order. Before you take another step, take a moment and truly feel the energy around you right now. Something has shifted. There's a sense of anticipation in the air, a feeling that something unseen but sacred is moving closer to you. That's not your imagination. The angels are preparing you for what's next. They've been whispering in your spirit through small confirmations, through dreams, through repeating numbers, through unexpected peace in moments where you used to feel anxiety. That's heaven's language. God is saying, you are almost there. You're standing at the edge of a breakthrough, and love is at the center of it. The person meant for you is not a stranger to your energy. Their soul recognizes yours even before their mind catches up. There's something about you that calms them, even when you're not around. They don't understand it fully yet, but your energy has been healing to them. You've been sent into their life not by coincidence, but by divine orchestration. The connection between you is not built on appearances or timing, it's built on purpose. And purpose is always stronger than fear. This person, the one heaven has chosen, has been through their own transformation. Life has humbled them. Love has taught them lessons. They've made mistakes, but those mistakes softened them instead of hardening their heart. They are learning to love with intention, to speak with honesty, and to move with integrity. They are no longer interested in temporary connections. They want something that feels like home. And that's exactly what you are becoming to them. Even before they have confessed their feelings, their heart already calls your spirit home. Your angels say that this person has seen something in you that others overlooked. They see how your light doesn't dim even after the storms. They see how you continue to forgive even when it hurts. They see how you keep believing even when faith feels hard. And that's what makes them certain that your love isn't ordinary. You carry the kind of faith that draws miracles toward you. You are someone who still believes in goodness when others stop trying. And that is exactly why heaven has chosen to bless you with a love that matches your faith. For a while, you might have felt invisible. You gave your heart to people who couldn't see your worth. You gave kindness to those who didn't know what to do with it. You loved without conditions and ended up feeling like that love was wasted. But hear this now, none of it was wasted. God saw every act of compassion, every prayer whispered through tears, every time you chose love when it would have been easier to close your heart. That consistency in love has written your name in heaven's favor. You are reaping now what your heart has sown in faith. Galatians 6-9 says, "Let us not grow weary in doing good, for in due season we shall reap if we do not lose heart." That verse is a reminder that everything you've been doing, staying kind, choosing peace, forgiving, is being multiplied back to you. You are entering your due season. The person meant for you is not coming to complete you, but to reflect the completeness you've already found in God. Together, you'll build something that glorifies Him, a relationship that inspires others to believe in love again. The angels say this love will unfold naturally. You won't have to chase or question it. It will simply flow. Your conversations will feel easy, and even the silences will be peaceful. There will be laughter again, not forced laughter, but the kind that rises from the soul, the kind that makes your heart remember what joy feels like. You will find yourself smiling more often, even for no reason, because your spirit will recognize safety again. This person has been observing you from afar, possibly through mutual circles, social connections, or even by seeing how you interact with the world. They've been learning about your energy before they approach, not because they're afraid, but because they want to come correctly. They are praying for the right words, the right time, the right moment. They want to be sure they are prepared, not just emotionally, but spiritually, to meet the depth of your heart. They want to give you the kind of love that you don't have to question, the kind that you can trust. At the same time, the one who carries the secret is wrestling with guilt. They've seen glimpses of what you're becoming and realize they no longer fit in the life you're building. They may reach out soon, not to harm you, but to seek closure. Handle that moment with grace. Forgive, but don't regress. Because the truth is, that chapter has already served its purpose. You've learned discernment, and now you're being rewarded for it. You no longer chase history. You're walking toward destiny. Psalm 126:5 says, "Those who sow with tears will reap with songs of joy." That verse is for you. The tears that once felt like endings were really beginnings. God has seen your sacrifices and is sending someone who will understand the depth of your soul. Someone who will never make you question whether you're too much or not enough. Someone who will see your gentleness as strength, not weakness. They are coming to love you completely, the parts you show and the parts you've hidden. This person will be younger in spirit, maybe in age too, but their energy will feel refreshing, genuine, and grounded. They will bring lightness into your world again. They'll make ordinary days feel like blessings. You'll talk for hours without realizing how much time has passed. You'll feel inspired to dream again, to trust again, to build again. And they'll feel the same way about you. That's what happens when God joins two hearts. Everything that was broken begins to heal. You might notice small things before it happens, an increase in your intuition. Moments where you feel warmth in your chest, unexpected calm when you think of love. The angels say those are signs of alignment. You are tuning into your soulmate's energy because your frequencies are finally matching. Both of you are ready, even if you don't realize it yet. That's the power of divine timing. It doesn't wait for perfection, only readiness. In the coming days, you might see the number 333 or 777 more often. You might hear love songs that speak directly to your situation. These aren't coincidences. These are divine breadcrumbs, reminders that your angels are working behind the scenes, aligning paths that are meant to cross. God is reminding you to stay patient and keep your faith strong. You don't need to chase. You only need to receive. Romans 15:13 says, "May the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace as you trust in Him, so that you may overflow with hope by the power of the Holy Spirit." That's exactly what's happening to you. God is filling you with joy before the blessing arrives, so that when it does, you'll recognize it as the overflow of His promise. Now, let's speak to the secret that the other person carries, because knowing the truth sets you free. This person once thought they could have you and still live in their comfort zone. They wanted your heart but weren't ready to meet your spirit. They kept parts of themselves hidden, perhaps out of fear or pride, and now they regret it. The secret isn't meant to harm you. It's meant to confirm what you already sensed. You outgrew that chapter. The reason God allowed it to stay hidden until now was to protect your peace. If you had known earlier, it might have broken you. But now, you're strong enough to see it without bitterness. The truth doesn't shake you anymore. It frees you. Let that truth be your closure. Let it remind you that when God removes something, it's never to punish you but to protect you. He knows what your heart can handle. And He's about to send someone who will never put you in a position to question their loyalty or honesty. The new person will communicate clearly. They'll show up consistently. They'll speak truthfully, even about their flaws. And through their honesty, your heart will finally rest. Ephesians 3:20 says, "Now to Him who is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine, according to His power that is at work within us." You've been praying for love. But what's coming is more than love, it's healing. Joy, friendship, and spiritual partnership all in one. This person will feel like the answer to every prayer you've ever whispered in tears. They'll remind you why you never gave up. As you wait for this to unfold, keep nurturing your faith. Spend quiet moments in gratitude. Speak affirmations of readiness. Keep saying to yourself, "My heart is open to divine love. I am ready for God's timing." Because when you believe it, you attract it. Faith prepares the path that miracles walk on. When this person finally enters your life, it will not feel rushed or uncertain. They will approach with gentleness. You'll notice how they listen more than they speak, how they remember your words, how they respect your space. You'll realize that love can be peaceful and passionate at the same time. And you'll thank God for teaching you the difference between a lesson and a blessing. Your angels are smiling because they see how far you've come. They watched you cry when no one else did. They saw you praying in silence, asking for strength when you felt forgotten. They've been protecting your heart in every unseen battle, keeping you from people who couldn't love you properly. Now they're rejoicing because the season of protection is turning into a season of revelation. Soon, the one who was meant to love you will step forward, and you'll see why every other connection had to end. Take a deep breath now and let peace fill your chest. You are not behind. You are right on time. The story God is writing for you doesn't need rushing. It's unfolding perfectly. The next chapter is not about loss. It's about love fulfilled. Take one last deep breath with me and let it settle all the way down into your heart. You are not late, you are not forgotten, and you are not walking alone. Heaven has heard you, and what is meant for you is already moving in your direction with a quiet, holy certainty. If this message met you in the right moment, say it once more in the comments as a seal of faith, blessed and ready, and let that be your agreement with what God is unfolding. Now gently pass this blessing forward. Share this video with your friends and family, so the ones who need hope tonight can feel the same peace you felt here. If you're new, subscribe to the Lord's Reminder and click the notification bell so these messages find you right on time, exactly when your spirit needs them next. Thank you for listening, for believing, and for keeping your heart open to divine love. Rest knowing you are guided, you are protected, and you are deeply loved. I'll meet you here again soon.